and post it everywhere else. Sure that we're live now. It says we are live. It says we have 6 viewers.
All right.
I don't see the link on my channel, but hello.
Hi, everyone who's watching.
Hi.
Hold on. Okay. Trying to see if it comes up on my channel, but I'm not
I
sure.
can see it on your channel.
You can see it on my channel?
Yeah, I was able to see it on your channel too. I was clicking the video when I was playing around.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well then, I guess we're live. I guess I'll see it eventually. Okay. Well, now it says we have 2 viewers. I'm confused. Can you guys send me the link to what you can see on my channel?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Perfect. Okay.
Okay, you got it?
Yeah. Thank
Okay.
you.
So I'm like, I have it up and I'm like watching the hangout of 3 of us.
Yeah, it's good.
All right.
Okay, let me tweet the correct link. Okie dokie. Let's see. Okay. So welcome everyone. Today we're gonna do Today we're gonna do a webcast and we're just gonna talk about, I think it was college and curly hair or wavy hair, whatever you want to call it. So I'm WaterLily716 and I make YouTube videos. We all make YouTube videos. And my name is Sarah. So do you guys want to introduce yourselves?
Sure. I'm Katherine or Kat. My channel is, well, it's Beauty and the Geek, but it's written xbeautyandthegeekx. I just had to put this on because YouTube wouldn't let me have plain Beauty and the Geek when I signed up, so that's all. You don't have to like say them because it makes it like 10 times harder. I also make YouTube videos, obviously.
Hi, and I'm Nora, and I make YouTube videos under the name of Shalimarcat. Yep.
Okay. So my first question is just y'all's general experiences with being in college and having curly/wavy hair. Like, how do you manage it, or that sort of stuff, and just your general experience.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know who wants to go first. I could go first, or whomever.
Go first.
Okay. So I went to Davidson College, which I will say now, which is in North Carolina, and college is like super busy for me, so I wouldn't really style my hair most of the weekdays. I would just wear it up in like a ponytail or a bun, and then I would do it on the weekends sometimes. But yeah, it was pretty fun, and I have a funny story to share about my roommates finding out about my YouTube channel, but I'll share that a little later.
Okay, well, honestly, I mean, it hasn't been bad for me. I mean, as Sarah said, college is a busy time, but I mean, so often you just put your hair up and it doesn't really matter what your hair looks like. Like, even if I have first day hair, I'll just put it up just because I want to get it out of the way. I mean, sometimes I have to work in, like, make time for things. Like, if I want to oil my hair overnight, which I love to do, I have to make sure that I do that on the weekend. And then once I get into my horse shows on the weekends, I can't really do that. So I really have to work my hair schedule around what I'm doing. But it's usually not bad. I mean, I am in there doing my hair pretty late at night because I shower and then I come back in with all my hair stuff and like my rain boots because I do my hair like flipped over when I rinse out and style my hair. And for the most part, I don't run into too many people, but sometimes I probably do get a few people. I'm standing there at the counter with my hair all sopping wet, putting products in it, but I own it.
Yeah, for me it's also like my hair is all the time up because I'm in medical school, so we have to work in the hospital, and then there you have to put it up. So yeah, usually I do curl firmer set because it's easier, because it stays like a week longer. I don't have to wash my hair every 3 days. With curly hair, I always have to wash them every 3 days if I want them nice, especially if I put it up, because yeah, they get all squished.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So my next question is what, like, your either people you go to class with or people you roomed with or just your peers, and what their thoughts have been about, like, curly or wavy hair, if you've ever received just any random comments and that sort of stuff, because I don't know about being, but just being at a dorm in the US, I do my hair routine around a lot of other different people. So like I walk around with my plop on my hall, and people are like, "What are you doing? Why do you have a T-shirt on your head?" So just y'all's experiences with that.
Yeah, I mean, that's happened to me too. I live in a dorm, but I mean, for the most part, I just really don't care. Like a couple of times people have asked me about it, and I just say, oh, it's like the curly girls version of a turban, and they're just like, oh, okay, whatever. Maybe you get a few weird looks. I mean, we're all walking around in like pajama pants and like sloppy clothes when we're not in class, so it's not like really anyone really cares.
Yeah, for me it's a bit different because in Europe we don't have like dorms and stuff, so we have to rent an apartment for ourselves, so I can do my hair how I want. I can be shameless. But I have a funny story to tell, because there were rumors when I started my YouTube channel. They say that my curly hair were so perfect that, oh, they have to be fake. And I was like, no, for sure my hair is not perfect and it's not fake. I have really curly hair.
Oh goodness. Wait, who was saying that your hair was fake? Your people or viewers?
Yeah, my classmates.
Oh, your classmates.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think because they always saw me with straight hair before, so they didn't believe it, but it was funny.
Yeah. I don't think. Yeah, I guess that's pretty much my only experience, is people asking me about like why I'm plopping my hair. But and then I don't know if you guys tell a lot of your peers about YouTube, but I thought this would be an interesting question, which is sort of, if you do tell your peers or your friends at college about doing YouTube, what do they think about it? And I have a funny story about this, but if you guys want to go first, or I don't know.
That's okay. You tell your story while you're on the subject.
Okay, so for a long time I just didn't really talk about my YouTube channel to people, but then I think either someone found it or I told a couple of friends on my freshman dorm hall, so we like all live on the same hall, and they found my plopping video, and plopping, if you don't know what it means, it just sounds weird. It sounds like a weird word, so they thought it was really funny. So they went in the bathroom and they put plopping station on all of the stalls. And I came back and was like, what is this? We were like, it's your plopping station, because I plop on like the toilet seat but with it closed at home. So that was my story. But a lot of my friends think YouTube is cool. And it spread around my campus to the point where people I didn't know would like know about it. Well, people like acquaintances, and they come up and be like, so you do YouTube? And I'm like, yeah. So what? It was funny. But if you guys want to take that question.
Yeah. I've only mentioned it a couple of times, like just to my roommates mostly, because I film in my room right there, just as long as you know they're okay with it. I try to keep them out of the frame, and just so they know like why I'm sitting talking to a camera about hair products. I mean, yeah, I think the only other time I've mentioned it has been in like my foreign language practice class. Like if we talk about, oh, what are you going to do over the summer, and I'll just say, I kind of make videos on YouTube, and they're just kind of like, oh, okay. And it never really goes any further than that, which is fine by me because I'm a pretty private person. So like I haven't even told like my teammates about it or anything. It's just something I do on the side. I don't really talk about it.
So I tried to keep it like hidden at first from my classmates, but I don't know why. I think because of Facebook, I posted a link of one of my videos, and I posted like on my personal Facebook page,
Yeah.
so everybody could see it. And it was like at first they all came to me, oh, you do YouTube videos, because here in Europe and especially in Switzerland, nobody does YouTube video. I think there is like 2 or 3 YouTubers in all Switzerland, so it's a bit strange. And they were like, why? But why? And just for fun.
Oh, goodness. Okay. And then I thought another interesting question might be, I don't know, maybe we'll start getting some questions from viewers soon because I'm going to run out. But how do you guys manage doing college at the same time as YouTube? Because I know for me this is definitely hard because I have to study a lot and I also want to hang out with friends, but then I also want to spend some time like filming videos and editing videos. And what are your guys' experiences with that?
Yeah, well, once I start school, my filming schedule usually gets pretty spastic. Like I might be for like the first like month or so. Like usually during the week, I can't really do it, or maybe only just like the first few days of classes, because then of course homework picks up, and I do some tutoring during the week and some other things. And of course, those take up time. And then I might be able to do them on the weekends, but even then, I only have a few weeks to a month, because then I start having my horse shows on the weekends, and then the other day, I have to get caught up on all my homework and laundry and whatever else I have to do. So sometimes I kind of disappear for a few months at a time. So like whenever I come back or something, I just say, hey, I know it's been a while, but I'm in school and I can't really take the time to make and edit videos. But for the most part, people have been pretty understanding. I just, I kind of let them know that sometimes I vanish off of YouTube for a while.
So for me, the major problem is the light, because I'm always in the hospital till 6 in the evening, so it's always like dark. So I usually pick up like a day like Sunday, and then I film all the afternoon, like 10 videos, and then I release them little by little. Normally, once a week, actually, yeah.
Yeah, pre-filming definitely helps, and I definitely do that a lot. I film like a ton of videos all at once. Yeah, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, I think, sometimes I disappear for a week or two on YouTube, too, and I think people understand, because at the end of the day, YouTube is really fun, but it's not your priority, and it's not your career in the same way that college is helping you get there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then my last question is if you guys have any tips for people that are going into college, and just any tips you might have for them. I thought that would be a fun question.
We could probably dedicate an entire hangout just to this.
Yeah.
Honestly. Yeah, I would have to kind of brainstorm and write them down. But, I mean, you have to take school seriously, definitely. I mean, I'm not going to lie, I go to a party school, and partying is not my thing, and I stay away from that. I'm sure I have like a ton of tips to offer. Now I'm all of a sudden going blank. Don't be afraid to try something. If there's a class that you're really curious about taking, I don't know if I've ever mentioned this, but I take Russian at school, and that's actually now my minor. When I was coming in as a freshman, I just really wanted to try that language. I did like 2 semesters of it here. Now I am a few years later. I'm a minor in it. I could speak it okay, but I really wouldn't have imagined it taking me there. So I mean, that's one of the cool things about college. Like sometimes those gen ed classes are boring, but sometimes they can lead you to something that you didn't really even be interested in. So allow yourself to be flexible with that. And if you want to try taking a class on something, take it.
Can you say something in Russian? Did you hear me? Can you say something in Russian? Or
okay.
I'm just curious.
The question.
People are always going to say, "Oh, say something in such and such a language," and I'll say literally something. Что-то.
Okay.
If you ask me how to say curly hair in Russian, I don't know how to say that.
It is correct. I learned once a phrase like "kakti bazavut." It is correct. It's something, or I made it up.
Formal.
Do you have any tips for people going to college, Nora? Get back on track.
Yeah, I mean, here, I mean, it's really different, the university and stuff, but I would say, like, do what makes you happy. I mean, you don't have to, like, study maths or, like, I don't know, go to law school just because your parents tell you to do it. Because, for example, in my family, nobody is a doctor, so I was the first one, and I just loved it, so I took it. But all my family is like lawyer, and I was supposed to be a lawyer too. But yeah, just what you love to do, because then it's just fun and it's not really work. You know?
Yeah, I think that's great advice. I was going to say, I think I made a whole video about this on my vlog channel, but I really liked Catherine's advice about just trying lots of new things. I think that's probably pretty good advice. And I think it's fun to just try and be, like, your first semester of college, try to be outgoing and make lots of new friends, because I don't know, at least in the US, you've gone away from wherever you were living before, or maybe it's just nice to make friends who are in your classes. So that's my advice, to make lots of friends.
Can I ask you something?
Sure.
What is the difference between college and university in the US?
Coming up with... Oh, we're all trying to say something at once.
You can go.
Okay. Well, coming off of Sarah's advice, I would also say don't feel pressured to make friends necessarily. I mean, that's just kind of coming maybe from my personality. Like, I'm a pretty introverted, solitary person, and I'll say that I make acquaintances really easily. I have lots of people I consider my acquaintances, but my friends, like my really close friends, are, you know, just a few. And, you know, from day to day, I just pretty much do my own thing all by myself. At first, like, I felt like obligated to make friends with people, but I wasn't really clicking with them. Like, I either click with people or I don't. And I, you know, it's, you don't want to force yourself to be around people if you're just not, like, fully comfortable or fully happy. So I learned pretty early on to just be okay with doing my own thing all by myself, and that I've become, like, more comfortable with myself that way. So yeah, like, most of the friends that I made ended up being from my teammates, but that didn't really happen until actually almost sophomore year, until I actually started competing and going to horse shows. I mean, yeah, you want to talk to people and make friends, but you don't want to force yourself into anything that you're not, like, comfortable with, if that makes sense.
Yeah, definitely. To answer your question, Nora, colleges are usually smaller in the U.S., and it's just sort of how they name them. So I went to a college that had about 2,000 students, but I know there can be bigger colleges or smaller ones. And then universities are usually bigger. Like, the University of Kentucky close to me has, like, tens of thousands of students. I don't know. I think you guys don't, like, most of the European languages don't have that distinction.
No, we don't.
Yeah. Okay, so I was going to say. Oh, so someone has asked a question, so let's answer her question.
Yay!
So her username is SunsetMilesXO, and we'll bring it back to, like, curly hair here. And she says, do you guys bring your staple products with you to college, or do you usually buy them there? And yeah, this is definitely thinking about U.S. colleges again, but I don't know how to phrase this for European colleges, but do you want to go, Katherine, and answer this, or?
Yeah, that's fine. Well, it's kind of a combination. Like, I will usually bring most of my hair product collection that I already have, because, you know, I have stuff that I'm partially through using, and I'll just take that up to school, and then I can just buy products throughout the semester as I need them. This isn't the case for everyone at all different colleges, but I have a few shopping opportunities up at school, and because I buy more, like, drugstore kind of products rather than having to buy stuff online like I know you guys do, I can walk down the hill to CVS. We have a shuttle bus to Walmart, and there's also a Sally Beauty in that shopping center, so I can get some Shea Moisture stuff, or, like, As I Am if I need to. So it's just kind of bringing with me what I have and then buying what I need. Stuff up.
And for me, it's like I have my apartment in another city, not where I live with my parents. So
Okay.
I split up my stash. So I have half of my stash in like apartment where I study, and the other half in my home. Usually, I prefer the products that I have in my apartment where I study, because here at my parents' house I left the products that I don't like that I have to finish up.
Yeah. I think for me it's definitely a mixture too. I definitely bring like a huge crate of products with me, but then I will order some online and we have like CVS in town and I have a car so I can go anywhere if I really feel like it, so I can go buy products. So it's definitely a mixture of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it depends on what's available to you. Like I know I just posted a couple of days ago on like a college advice video, and I started off with a tip about knowing what shopping opportunities you have available to you when you get up to school. Because like I've been watching some of people's like college hauls lately, just because it's kind of fun, and some people are having to stock up on like 3 or 4 months of toiletries. Because maybe they don't have opportunities to go shopping at school, but that has to be a pain with finding room to store everything, and it's just more stuff that you have to take up there.
Mhm. Yeah, I say less is more when you're bringing stuff to college, especially if you're living in a dorm room as opposed to an apartment.
Oh my God, yes. Oh
With
my
so
gosh,
much
yes.
space. Yeah.
I've cut down so much on all the stuff that I've had since freshman year. It's really ridiculous. Like I have all my college stuff kind of sitting on the couch in our living room, which is where it was when I came home, and it seems so tiny now compared to like what I was first packing freshman year. Yeah.
Okay, so we have another question from Rachel Taylor, and she says, "Hey ladies, 2 questions. One, how do you budget for hair products in college? And then 2, she says, have you ever met anyone in real life who followed the curly girl method? She says, I feel like the only place I find other curlies are on the internet."
Okay, budgeting for hair products. Well, I usually don't have to spend too much on hair products. Like it's usually a bottle of stuff here, a bottle of stuff there. Like I have several bottles of Shea Moisture shampoo that are in progress right now. But I mean, if I need to buy a new bottle, that's like $10. I never have to buy like a bunch of products all at one time. So it might be like, $10 for a shampoo here, or like $1 for a conditioner there, because sometimes I use like the VO5s. Um, so for me, it's really not much of a challenge.
So
And
for
have
me,
you,
oh sorry.
go ahead. No, go ahead, Nora.
Okay, for me, I think I'm ashamed to say that most of my money goes into hair products. But I think I usually prefer like international or more like US-based products, because here in Europe there are not a lot of products for curly hair. So for me, they are more expensive because I have to pay the shipping cost, and then it adds up and up, and so yeah, it costs a lot at the end.
Yeah, I think most of the products that I buy are probably drugstore products. I use a lot of drugstore products, and then it's nice because I make a little money off YouTube, so I can use that to buy stuff for myself, which includes hair products. And but yeah, again, it's not like everything all at once. And I know for most people, if you are at college, it depends on what your financial situation is, but you might have like a student job, or you might be able to get a scholarship, and then you can have money to spend on personal stuff like hair products and toiletries and all that. So the second part of the question was if you've ever met anyone who followed Curly Girl in real life.
Yeah,
Have you
I'm
never
shaking
met
my head.
anyone?
I don't
No,
know.
never,
I don't
never.
think so.
I have like met someone who's read the Curly Girl book, but I don't know if she follows the Curly Girl method all the time. And I've given the Curly Girl book to 2 of my friends, so I know that they like sometimes follow it, but I've never like actually met someone else who followed it. I don't know. I wish there were more things like curly meetups, or like, because I know there are lots of natural hair meetups, but I feel like it would be really fun if there were more curly hair meetups, because I never really hear about those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do, 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 do. Okay. So So there's another question from Sunset Smiles XO, and she says, how have your interactions been with most people at college? How was it as freshmen? So maybe I think she was sort of getting at whether like people were friendly at college generally, and that sort of thing. So I think that's what she's getting at. Go ahead.
I mean, I think everyone seems pretty much laid back. Like when you're walking around campus from day to day, I mean, everyone's just trying to get where they're going and do what they have to do. So, I mean, we're not really like talking to each other, but it's definitely not an unfriendly environment. Like one of the things that actually drew me to my school is just there's this really tangible sense of community that you can feel in the air. Even if we're not, all talking to each other, it's just like the atmosphere at campus is so nice and welcoming and inviting. Yeah, that was, I guess, kind of sort of related. I don't know. That's my best answer.
I'm not sure what she's asking, but
I hope that answered your question.
Yeah, well, my interaction are also being like nice. I mean, I don't know most of the people in my university because we are a lot. So I think I know just like 20 people in my class, the one that speak Italian. Yeah, because with the other one that speaks Swiss Germans, it's always difficult to talk because the language is so difficult.
Interesting. What language are your classes in?
Actually in German, normal German, but anyway, everybody between them speaks Swiss German. That's like a dialect, but really strong. So
interesting. Yeah, I think my experience with college is a little different, or university, because there's only 2,000 people at my school, like I said. So, like, if you're walking to class, and we're in the South, so if you're walking to class, you might just get, like, highs from several people. I don't know if that's just a culture difference in the South of the U.S.
Southern hospitality.
Yeah. Yeah, so, I mean, people are generally pretty nice. There are definitely people that you will rub the wrong way with, like, they're going to be anywhere, but I had a pretty good experience at college the first time. Yeah, definitely freshman year. And people were, freshman year, everyone was trying to make friends because everyone had just gone to college. So everyone's like super like trying to network and trying to make friends and that sort of thing.
Yeah, you're definitely right about that. When you first start, everyone is like extra open because we're all trying to like find our little niches and see, who we get along with, who our friends are going to be, and we're all just trying to like get our roots established kind of. And then I think as you go on, I have like more interactions like when you get to know people through classes or like having a similar interest, like my teammates or like other students I know from like the foreign language department or the English department, which is my major. Like I do a lot of writing. We do like smaller workshop kind of classes where we actually get to know each other pretty darn well in the course of a semester, which isn't really a very long time at all. And it might depend on like what your class setup is. Like if you have all mass lectures, you're not going to get to know a lot of people. Or maybe school size. There is that you go to a small school, so I'm sure you have a pretty small class size, and you get to know people really well.
Yeah, sometimes I don't know anyone in my classes, or like I only know a few people. But by senior year in my major, it was like I knew everyone. So.
Yeah, I think the farther along you go and the higher up you get, you know more people. Yeah.
Definitely. This is really random, but I just wanted to ask Nora about how your hair is, because I know you recently did the like temporary straightening treatment, and I was just curious how it's going.
So now it's like you can see it's like straightish, wavy. I would say like that. It's like air dried with a bit of curls in a bottle from Curl Junkie on it. So it's pretty much like wavy, straightish, but it's like starting to revert back because I can see here in the shortest layer there are like little curls that start popping back. But it's really nice because I have no frizz at all. I was under the rain the last day with the hair straightened because I had to go to a party, and I was like literally under the rain and my hair stayed perfect, and I was like, never seen that. So yeah, but hopefully it will revert back because I kind of miss my curls actually, but it's fine.
I know that feeling. Like, I don't straighten my hair very often. Like, the last time I did it, I think I just wanted to see, like, how long it is and, like, what the cut looks like. And it feels like there's so little of it. Once I straighten it, it's all long and skinny. Yeah, and it feels wrong. Yeah, I always miss my curls once I straighten.
I guess my hair is so thick that when it's straight, it's so thick too. So I still have so much hair, but it's fine. But yeah, for those of you that don't know, you should go check out Nora's channel because she did like a temporary straightening treatment, which I didn't even know those existed. But you said your friend did it, and then her hair came back curly eventually. So it's like a temporary, kind of like a keratin treatment, but
yeah, it's actually a keratin treatment with some glycoxylic acid inside. That's like it should like create new bond on the hair, so the hair it's like heavier and then it stays straight because of the weight and not because it breaks bond like the perms and stuff.
Okay, we have another question. Emily Stevens, she has two, so I'll do the first one first. She says, this is really random, but do you ladies lose hair when you style it, even after washing / detangling it? I feel like no matter how much hair I lose in the shower, when I style it, I still lose it. She says, just curious. So.
Like a little bit. I'll usually have a few that come out when I'm putting my products in, but for the most part, yeah, I lose the bulk of it in the shower. It's just like there are a couple more that come out, and then of course, like I keep losing hair like throughout the days. Like I'll find a long hair attached to my shoulder. I'm like, oh, okay, that's been there all day. People are seeing that.
Yeah, I always lose in the shower like a ball of hair that seems like a dead cat. I don't know.
That's so true.
But actually, I always lose hair, and anyway, anytime like if I do like that, I will find a hair everywhere.
Yeah, I lose hair in the shower too, and I know that like it's normal to lose like a certain amount of hair, and then also when I'm styling, I also like get random hairs too. So I feel like that's definitely normal. Your head is just constantly shedding hair, which is kind of weird, but you know. And then, okay, next she says, do you guys have any recommendations for a curly girl friendly dry shampoo? I work in the food service and I don't have a lot of time to wash my hair. Sad face. Okay. So yeah, you guys can go ahead.
I have like a beloved one. It's the Redken Blow Dry 3 Days Extender Dry Shampoo. It's amazing. It's Curly Girl method approved. It really like volumizes your curls and it's like it cleans them. It cleans, yeah. It also, I think it has also like a citrus smell. It's really, really nice if you work like in a restaurant environment and stuff. You may need the like perfume. Otherwise, I also love the Defunk. It's like a spray, a deodorizing spray for the hair that's also Curly Girl method approved. I don't know where you can buy it because I received mine in a curl box, a curl kit box. So, but that's really nice.
Is the brand name Defunk? I've never heard of that.
Yeah,
or is it?
Yes. Yeah. Defunk. I think the brand is Duafe actually. Duafe Defunk.
Oh, yeah.
I don't really use dry shampoo, so I don't think I can answer that question. I think I bought some stuff once. It was like the Salon Graphics brand, but I don't know off the top of my head if that's CG approved because this was before I started the CG method. I think it's actually still sitting under my sink. I don't know, but I don't really, yeah, I don't really use it. So sorry.
Yeah, I've been wanting to try dry shampoo for like after working out and having like sweat in my hair, but I haven't actually bought one yet. But I have been wanting to try the Batiste brand because I see a lot of like beauty YouTubers using it, and I think a couple of my subscribers have told me about it too. It has alcohol in it, like drying alcohols, but it doesn't really have anything else, and the alcohol just like helps it dry really fast. So I don't think you would find many dry shampoos without alcohol in them.
Actually, there is one from Cloran. And it's like a dry shampoo that you squish on the hair. It's like baby powder, so that has no drying alcohol, but yeah.
Yeah, baby powder is a good one. I almost forgot about that. Even if you can't find a product, you can use baby powder. Okay, we have more questions. Yay. Thank you guys for sending in so many questions, because otherwise we would just start chatting about random things.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know how to say her name, but May Mariah, maybe? She said, why did you start YouTube? It's a great question.
Oh, well, I started it because I was actually kind of frustrated with the videos in the beauty community that I was watching, because I always enjoyed watching these videos, and I would often like look up reviews was what really got me started. I would look up reviews of a product that I was considering trying, because I don't know if I'm the only one who's like this. Maybe it's a little obsessive, but I wanted to have a good idea of what I was in for with a product if I was going to spend money on it and, you know, end up with a bottle of a product for, you know, a few months while I use it up. And, you know, so many of the products, like, they just weren't telling me what I needed to know. Yeah, so this is really good and I like it. Well, what does that mean? There's a lot more underneath it, like what does it do for your hair that you like it, and blah, 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 blah. So I started my channel, well, partially to do that with product reviews, and really I just wanted to share like general tips with people. I started my channel before the CG method came along, and now it's kind of morphed into a CG method channel, but we kind of like straddle two worlds in that sense.
Mm-hmm. I actually have a funny story, because I started after a hangout with What Lily 716. I remember once you did like a webcast like this one.
Oh yeah.
And then I asked you like, why you started YouTube, and what camera do you use and stuff. And then I was looking at videos, and I thought there were not a lot of girls with a looser curl like mine, because mine it's more on the wavy side than on the curly side, but it's super frizzy, so I need the products of a curly girl, but I'm like wavy.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's so funny. I almost forgot I did that webcast. That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I started YouTube like 5 years ago, so I've been on here forever. But I remember I was watching, and I used to watch like lots of African American ladies, and they would do videos about their hair, but I noticed that there weren't any from people with looser curls usually. And I think it's great now because we have like so many vloggers, or not like as many as the African American community, but we have like more and more vloggers popping up with curly hair or wavy hair, like. So I just think it's really fun. But anyway, so I started YouTube because I didn't see anyone who looked like me on YouTube, and I just found the Curly Girl method, and I thought it was like the coolest thing ever, so I wanted to make videos about it, and that was pretty much why I started.
Yeah, I mean, you can get advice from, you know, anyone with any curl type, but sometimes you need stuff that is a little more relevant to you. And I agree with you. I mean, I know there are a lot of natural hair channels, but for different hair types, it has built up more, but I still think we don't have quite as much available to us that would work for our hair type.
Mm-hmm. And actually, when I was also watching African American girls, and I was always trying the product that they suggested, but for my hair they are really wrong because they are too heavy, and so I ended up with like greasy hair, and it was a mess. So yeah. I was happy that Sarah was on YouTube, so I was able to follow her advice and stuff.
Yay! Yeah, I think it's interesting because I think we can like. It depends, because I know that I watch some African American YouTubers and I can use some of the products they use, but sometimes like the styles they do, really I can't replicate on my hair. Like I can't do a twist out because my hair wouldn't hold together the same way.
Mm-hmm. And just like product tolerance too. Like my hair, I mean, it kind of depends on the product, but a lot of like really heavy, like shea butter type products aren't really the best for my hair. So it's just, yeah, it's hair type. You have to, yeah. I'm so articulate today.
What?
I said I'm so articulate today.
Yes, of course, because you're broadcasting on the internet.
Yeah.
Well, we don't have any more questions, but Corsets and Curls said, I think universities have master's programs, post-undergrad programs, and she says colleges are just four-year institutions in the U.S., and I think that's another distinction. We usually have like grad school and undergraduate all bottled together at a university.
Oh, you know, I never knew that. I thought it was just like, I knew there was some kind of like distinction, but I didn't really know like what the difference is. Like I thought they were really just like synonyms, if not like officially the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think I knew that in the back of my head, but I more think about the size difference.
Mm-hmm.
So this is just a random question, but I thought it'd be fun if we just went around and said what products we're using in our hair today. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like would that include like stuff that we used last night? Because I used a deep conditioner last night. It's just not in my hair today.
Sure.
Okay. Well, yesterday I actually oiled my hair with coconut oil for most of the day, and then I washed that out in the shower. I used Shea Moisture shampoo. I think it was like the Yucca and Baobab one on my scalp, but then because I noticed my ends were really dry, I went and used the Shea Butter one on my ends. Of course, this is the day where my hair routine is like extra complicated. And then, well, I detangled with the GVP balm. But then I added some deep conditioner on top of that. It was the Eden Body Works jojoba and manoi one.
Yeah.
I left that in for a while. And then I rinsed that out, and then I tried to co-wash the length of my hair a little bit with some of the Yes to Carrots, because with that deep conditioner, I feel like if I don't do a little co-washing, it just kind of leaves like something on my hair, and I'm really not sure what it is. Like, it's CG approved and everything. I'm just not really sure what it is. So I just kind of take that precaution. And plus, I have to add some kind of like light conditioner before I add my actual leave-in, because my hair, like, my curls totally disappear when I'm in the shower, and then I have to split back again, and it's hard for them to do that cleanly. So after I did that, I think I rinsed most of that out, but I left a little bit in on purpose, and then I add a little bit of, I use like the strawberry VO5, which is usually like, it's my new like go-to TV conditioner. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. Yeah, I throw on a little bit of that, and then I added the As I Am leave-in on top of that, and then the LA Looks Sport Gel. And I swear to God, that's everything. I just gave you guys a list like this long.
It's all good.
Okay, I have just 3 products on my hair. I washed and shampooed and conditioned with the new Briogeo line, because I am testing it out. It's amazing. By the way, it's amazing. And then just the curls in a bottle from Curl Junkie, air dried. That's it.
Oh, that's so
easy
nice.
life with the keratin treatment.
Okay. I was testing out a lot of things in the shower, so I'm not sure if I quite remember. I always condition and wash with the Suave Naturals conditioners. I really like those. And then I use I was testing out the L'Oreal Evercool conditioner, but also the Alicane Naturals deep conditioner, which is like something in sage. But I was testing both of those out, and then I got out of the shower and I used my As I Am Natural Leave-In and Curly Hair Solutions Curl Keeper. And then I'm testing out the Curly Hair Solutions gel. And I feel like my hair looks okay today. It's a little frizzy, but I haven't decided. So yeah, that's what's in my hair. There are a couple questions. Again, thank you guys. So EAS 0198 asks, if you lived in the dorms, how did you ladies handle your daily hair treatments / wash and goes, etc. with roommates or communal bathrooms?
Well, honestly, it really wasn't a big deal to me, and maybe that's just me. I just kind of went about my business and just like, hey, own it. I mean, you might get, you know, a few looks here and there, but I mean, it's really not a big deal to me. Like, if I come in with my hair wrapped in something, I mean, I really don't care. And my roommate doesn't seem to care either. She happens to be African American. I don't know, maybe that's something, but I mean, like, when I come in to like rinse my hair out and get ready to do my hair, like, because I don't do that in the shower. Like, I come in rain boots, so I'm the girl in like rain boots and an old t-shirt with a cart full of hair products, who goes in and has like 3 t-shirts with her. And well, I feel like I'm kind of repeating myself here, but it never seemed to really be a big deal. That's, I think, the bottom line.
Yeah, for me it's easy because I don't have a roommate. I live alone in an apartment, so I have no shame. But I have a question for you girls. So, how did you do with your boyfriend, or like, because for me it was really heavy in the beginning to sleep with a satin bonnet.
Oh my gosh, yes. My boyfriend, or my fiance, sorry, makes fun of my satin bonnet always. He thinks it's so funny. I mean, he just made fun of it, and then eventually it became normal. That's the only thing about the satin bonnet.
Well, I'm the single one in the group, so I don't know if I can really elaborate too much. I did, it wasn't a relationship, but I did have like a little fling with someone at one point, and it kind of came up in conversation. Like, we never slept together or anything. But hey, I showed him this picture one time because I happen to have a picture stored on my computer from a video that I filmed, I think, with my satin bonnet on. Just like, hey, that's what I sleep with. And he said it was like, he called it as sexy as an old lady with 99 cats or something. If I can, I would like to find like a silk or satin scarf. If you can tie it up, I think that would be a little better looking than having just like a pink cloud on your head. Because sometimes I'll be walking around the hallway when I have my satin bonnet on. I'm just like, yep, doing my thing, just owning it. Oh my god, girl in a pink cap. All right.
Yeah. I mean, they are kind of weird looking, but for me, it saves my hair, and I'm just like, okay, it's fine. But yeah, back to her original question, which was, I think, about doing your hair in bathrooms versus, like, communal bathrooms and around roommates. I don't think my roommates ever really cared either about what I was doing with my hair. I know communal bathrooms are just kind of weird in general because you have to wear, like, shower flip-flops and, like, crate your whole caddy of products to the bathroom, which takes forever. But, yeah, I don't think it was that bad. And I had a sink in my room freshman year and most of the years when I was living in a dorm room. So it was usually fine. But I think, like, some people would, like, blow dry or do their hair in the bathroom. So I think even though it may be kind of, like, awkward at first, but people don't really care that much.
You see some strange and scary things in communal bathrooms, I'm not going to lie, but honestly, I think a curly girl doing your hair is seriously like the least of all those evils.
Oh my god. We had a lot of problems my freshman year with just like things in the shower, like hair.
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard horror stories of like bodily fluids being found in the showers, girls not like cleaning up makeup, leaving it on the counter. That was a big problem freshman year. You wouldn't think that girls could be such pigs in the bathroom.
No, that's strange because normally we always say like men are always disgusting, but actually girl bathroom are pretty disgusting.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, well maybe being drunk has something to do with it. Like there's sometimes like a Saturday morning where everyone went out and partied and they came back and they were too drunk to throw stuff out in the bathroom. I don't know, but. Sometimes you do have problems, but it could be a lot worse. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. Okay. We could keep going on about bathrooms forever, but there's one more question. This is from Ornea Ramos, and she says, this question is for Sarah. Now that you're getting married, and she says one of the most important things besides the dress is the hair. She says, how will you style your hair? And maybe you guys could say like how you want to do your hair on your wedding day. So I just posted a video of like my wedding dress and my hair if you guys want to go, if the subscribers want to go watch this after this, but I'll try to show my hair. This was the dry run with the stylist. It was looking really dark. Can you guys see it all? I will just... Yeah. It's kind of dark. I will just describe it. So there aren't any like curly hair specialists in my town, or else I would have gone to one and they would have done like a beautiful curly updo. But I'm still using my curls in the back. It's just like swept back, and then it's gonna be all pinned up and curly, and it's like straightened down in the front. And there's like a ton of hairspray she's gonna use, but it'll be outside for the ceremony. So I want my hair to like really stay put. I'm gonna do like photos outside, and it's August and Kentucky's gonna be really humid, so it's just like swept back and pinned and curly in the back. The better pictures are in the video, but yeah.
Well, I guess we're gonna do like the imaginary version. Yeah, I've never really thought like too much about like what particular style. Like I always figured it would be an updo. I just I like having my hair up. I mean, I wouldn't be able to do it myself. I'm terrible at doing updos. Bobby pins hate me. I've tried like all different ways, and they hate me. But I probably just like some sort of updo. Like I've always imagined I would really like to wear, a veil, just something that would work with a veil, like a nice long veil. Probably have it up.
Cool.
I probably would leave them like half up, half down because I don't like myself with my hair up, and I would probably do curve formers or something like that, and probably wear a veil. And then now I hope my boyfriend doesn't watch this hangout, otherwise he will freak out. So, oh my god. No, don't worry.
It's just hypothetical.
Yeah, hypothetically, that's all.
Yeah. I thought about doing my own hair too, and then I was like, I don't want to worry about that.
Mhm.
And
Yeah,
it's like
actually,
so
maybe
hard.
too much stress on your wedding dress.
Yeah. It's like
Yeah.
so hard. I like to do updos, but it's so hard to do it on yourself and make it like symmetrical and pretty, especially if it's complicated.
And
Yeah.
everybody looks on you from behind because you're like turned, so the back has to be perfect, and it's really difficult if you do it on yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, and my hairstylist did just a great job, so I'm looking forward to that. Okay, we have another question, and this is from Alexandra Foster, and she says, what products make your hair less frizzy? So I guess she's looking for like tips to get rid of frizz, basically. And then she says, for Sarah, I guess we can all say this, how old are you?
Okay, well, for frizz, I mean, you're always going to have like a little bit. If it's really bad, I've put a tiny little bit of almond oil in my hair. I have to be really careful because like it'll show up the next day and my hair will look greasy, but it does help hold it down. Or a little bit of lotion, like a lotion that has CG ingredients. Like I'm a big fan of like the Shea Moisture lotions, and they're really nice and thick. And if you have a little extra on your hand, yeah, you can use it. It's kind of helps smooth everything down. I've read that tip before, like before CG method, anything. It's just kind of like a little quick kind of emergency move when you're on the go. But yeah, it acts like a really thick, heavy styling cream, and it can help smooth stuff down.
I love the living proof line for the Frizz, and also like the Curl Keeper, and I'm 22 years old.
Oh yeah, I forgot my age. I'm 20. I'll actually be 21 this coming week. So I can almost drink. Yeah, I know. I can almost drink.
That's exciting. Yeah, I am 22 too, so we're all almost the same age. So that's interesting.
I am the oldest one.
But back to the frizz question. I like Curl Keeper too. Curly Hair Solutions Curl Keeper. It's like a serum product, and you can apply it underneath your gel, and it will like seal everything. But then if you don't want to use Curl Keeper, I know I recommend this on my channel. You can use personal lubricant.
Yep.
It's always kind of like weird, but it's like the same ingredients as Curl Keeper, so it works really well. And besides that, on dry hair, I would use like a little bit of oil too. But I definitely, like, if you have like consistent problems with frizz, you want to like look at whatever your hair regimen is and try and like diagnose why it's happening. If your hair's not getting enough moisture, or like if it's getting like a ton of protein or something, there are like so many causes for that. And see if there are any more questions. This has been really fun. Do you guys like, this is a random question, do you guys like protein for your hair? Because my hair does not like protein treatments.
I think as long as it's a little bit, it seems to be okay, and it seems to maybe depend on the type of protein too. Someone actually just suggested this in a comment on one of my videos, maybe like a week ago or so, because I have an old video where I did some CG gels, and I tried one of the Eco Styler gels. I actually tried 2 of them, and my hair really didn't like them. And those have wheat protein in them. But I can use, like, the LA Looks gels have keratin, I think keratin amino acids, and my hair is fine with those. Or I can use some Shea Moisture stuff. I think they usually have like silk amino acids in them, and my hair seems fine with that. Just, again, as long as I don't overdo it, it's fine. But I think maybe the type of protein might be a factor.
And I like proteins a lot because they make my hair fuller looking. I don't know if it makes sense actually, because they coat your hair. I never had a protein overload. I actually had a moisture overload like a lot of times, and that's so annoying because your hair gets all limp and blah.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't like protein treatments, like deep protein treatments. They'll make my hair feel really gross. But I pretty much use all sorts of products with different proteins in them, and my hair doesn't really react adversely. So, yeah. But I will be the one, I do know if I use like something with protein really high in the ingredients, like over and over and over, eventually my hair will freak out. and I have to like switch to something else. So we have another viewer question. Thank you. And her name is Stephanie S. And she says, so I am starting swim and I want to start using heat on my hair. I know heat isn't good, but I really think that I like my hair straight over curly. Do you have any recommendations of shampoos and conditioners that will help my hair stay healthy and grow long? Also, any leave-ins or heat protectant recommendations?
Oh, I can take this one because I think the one that straighten the hair the most. So because I am a model, when I do photo shooting, they always straighten my hair, always. Even if they want them curly, they straighten it and then like curl them. It's like it's super strange. But anyway, I think the only thing you can use against heat is it's really like silicone. So you can't be a curly girl method if you use heat because just like the only thing that will protect your hair it's silicones and proteins also. So I would suggest you to use a silicone-based heat protectant. I like the Bamboo Alterna one. And also the Living Proof line is really, really nice because it keeps your hair really frizz-free, and it has no silicones, but it says, for example, the Perfect Hair Day line from Living Proof, it says it will protect your hair against heat. I don't know, maybe because of this new molecule that is inside, but I don't know. But silicones, you have to use silicones for heat protectant.
Yeah, my hair was a disaster after straightening it for so many years, so I'll probably refrain from giving any advice. Just let Nora handle it.
Yeah, I mean, I think definitely when you use heat really often, you want to be just careful. Like, that's something, because I know that, yeah, you want to be careful. And I know there are some ways that you can even look into straightening your hair without heat sometimes. Like, you can, like, wrap it around your head wet, which is really interesting. I've never actually attempted these, but as far as heat protectants, there's one from Sally's Beauty. It's their generic value like spray heat protectant, and that one works well. And just say if you're going to use a lot of heat, you want to do like protein treatments a lot because it will help in case your hair gets damaged, and also just keep your hair moisturized. She says like specific shampoos and conditioners. I like the Shea Moisture conditioners and then the generic Value Products conditioning balm. And then there's a shampoo by Kenra. It's called Kenra Moist Conditioner. I haven't used it in a long time, but it has a ton of protein in it. So if you're using heat and your hair is very damaged, it will like that. But I definitely say like try to embrace like both your straight hair and your curly hair because you'll just be happier that way. I don't know. It's hard to keep your hair straight 24/7.
Did you guys try the new line from Shea Moisture, the green line?
Yeah, I've tried the whole Monoi line. My hair doesn't really like shea butter that much, so it didn't like a lot of the like conditioners and stuff. And I didn't like try and straighten my hair because it's so humid where I am right now that if I straighten my hair and walk outside, it's just gonna be like. But I don't know. I don't think they actually had like a heat protectant in that line. But that line is probably also good because it has lots of proteins in it and stuff. Did either of you try the green Shea Moisture stuff?
I have not. Well, I've never been to. I haven't seen it in stores. Is what I'm trying to say. I know Target carries it, but I haven't been down there in a while. It's not in the drugstores. So I mean, I haven't. If it has a fair amount of protein in, I'm not sure how my hair would react to it. As I said before, I can do like a little bit of protein, but anything more than that, it makes my hair dry. So I don't know.
Okay. So I think we'll take like one more question. Do you guys want to do that? And then it's 4 o'clock, so I think we agreed to stay broadcasting for an hour. So Curl Me Sweet asks, I have noticed my hair has started to become less curly lately, and I was wondering if you guys think the shower water has anything to do with it. I recently moved and have well water now. Thanks.
Yeah, I know that can be a factor. Like, I can't really explain, like, chemically, like, the differences, but I have heard that if you have, like, hard water versus another kind of water that, I guess, like, the minerals can affect it, or, like, with one kind of water, I think it's harder to rinse products out of your hair, so maybe your hair is being weighed down. I don't really have any suggestions. Maybe if you just kind of found out what kind of water you have in your area and did like a little Google search, that's the best I can offer as far as advice. I'm sorry, but I know that can be an issue.
I know if you have hard water, you should try out the Curl Donkey clarifying cleansing cream. It's supposed to be for hard water like environment, so it's really nice, and it's a cleansing cream and not a shampoo, so it's not stripping, but it works with hard water, because if you use a conditioner wash with hard water, I don't know if it will work.
Yeah, definitely. So I think buildup from hard water can definitely weigh your hair down and cause it to become less curly or something. And I know if you Google like map of US or map of wherever you are hard water, it will show you where the water is hard and where it is softer and that sort of stuff. And definitely you want some sort of shampoo that can get rid of those chemicals every once in a while. I think they're called chelating. I've never actually said that word out loud.
Yeah, chelating, I don't know. I could just be pulling this out of thin air too, but I think there are like some special shower heads that you can get installed or something that are supposed to help with hard water.
Yeah, I think you can get a filter on your shower head. Or maybe they're also special shower heads. I think they're both. I don't know.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, for now I would just try and clarify with whatever shampoos you have, and if it doesn't help, then you might need a different shampoo. And also, if your hair is less curly, I don't know, I really like the sea salt sprays. I know lots of brands make like curl enhancing sprays. I like the organics one. You spray it and your hair will be like curlier again. But I think that's all the time we have today for questions. But if you guys just want to go around and say all your social media like handles on the different websites so people can follow you guys, and then we'll say goodbye.
Okay, well my channel is xbeautyandthegeekx. My Facebook is just Beauty and the Geek Official, no X's. And then my Twitter handle is curly_cat_Marie, or just curly cat Marie. It has the underscore, like the little dash that's like on the bottom.
So you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at Shalimarcat. And yeah, thank you for watching us. It was really funny.
Yeah, this was really fun. So you'll also find me at YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and lots of things at waterlily716. Hello.
Yeah, I had an unexpected visitor. Hi.
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 But yeah, this was really fun doing this webcast with you guys, and hopefully we can do webcasts in the future or whenever it works out. And yeah, do you guys have anything else you want to say?
Just thanks for watching. I'm glad you all were able to join in.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. Yeah, so thanks for watching and asking us questions, and of course we'll be on social media if there was a question you didn't get answered. So yeah, I'll see you guys later.
Yeah.
Bye.
Sarah wanted to say something in Russian, so I'll say goodbye in Russian. До свидания.
Okay. Adios.
Okay.